Fellow content creators, this is your boy Kagiso M with another video. Today I'm going to talk about my new audio setup for video. Sometime last year I did make a video where I talk about my events or wedding audio setup, and I had the Zoom, another Zoom, and the third Zoom. This was okay and it actually worked for most instances. Especially when the DJ or the sound guy doesn't mess you up. So it did work. But I decided to move after Rode introduced the Wireless Go 2. I did try to make a video about unboxing the Rode Wireless Go 2 and went quickly through the features that you get on here, which is some of the most interesting features that I am currently using on my setup. Just now I will talk about the 3 setups that I actually use, especially on events, depending on the type of event, the size of the event, and some of the things, including whether you have a sound guy or not. So you get one receiver and 2 transmitters. The one thing that I like about this is that these transmitters, you can actually have them as left and right into one receiver. So that means on your post you have control over your left and right channel. So if you have 2 people, you can actually control their audio separately. You can of course mix them, but I just leave them as left and right. And the next thing is that you can record into this individually. So somehow they do have a memory and you can record for quite a long time. If you shoot a wedding at the end will be about 3 to 4 hours, even though you shoot in the whole day. So it's going to, that whole audio is going to fit into this without an issue. You'll even have a space left. So these are actually 2 of the most powerful things. There are other features in this, but for my purposes, these are actually powerful. So let's go on to the scenario 1. So scenario 1, where I will use this, or where I use this actually, because I've used it. You'll give this to your groom, one of the transmitters, because it's easy. If it's on the groom, he can put it in the pocket. It's actually quite easy than with the bride. With the bride, it might be an issue, especially when they're having a white dress and you're having this black kind of things. You'll be having, like on me here, you'll be having the lapel mic. It will look a bit odd. So I'll give one to the groom and I'll give the other one to the officiator. So now here is the nice thing. I have enabled the recording on both of them. So how the recording works, the way I have enabled it, there are 2 ways, but the one that I'm using is that as soon as the transmitters connect to the receiver, they start recording. So if the receiver is off, they do not record. So you're saving your battery even though they are on standby. Then I know when the reception starts or when the matrimonial starts, then I can just switch on the receiver and I'll be able to monitor the signals going into this. I'll be able to control the volume, whether it should go up or it should go down. So that is scenario 1. Okay, before I finish with the scenario 1, make sure that you put in your receiver onto a camera that is not going to stop recording. We use a lot of mirrorless cameras, DSLR cameras to do video. Then most of them, they have that 30 minutes or 20 something minutes limit recording time. Sometimes you might forget to check it and you find that now you're not getting the good audio that you have set up. So put it on a camera that you know you either manning it or you're not going to have that limit time. Scenario 2 is, let's say we move into the reception. Now we're going to have the MC and we're going to have guest speakers. So setting that up can be quite tricky. Now there are options. You do get these little handles, if I may call it that way. These ones are from the small rigs. You do get one that Rode made, and I have to admit, after receiving these ones, I think the one from Rode looks a bit better. They bit bigger and they look like the real mics. I've learned to love these ones, even though the ones from Rode, they really look like a mic. So all you do is you put this here. And another thing with the small rig ones is that with the slightest push, they actually comes out. So there's not much resistance. It will not going to fall if it's like this, but with the slightest push, it goes out. But anyway, that is that. So on this scenario, I will have this as the mic that is going to be used by the guest speakers, and I can have another one that is going to be used by the MC, or I can just mic the MC with this. But if the MC is going to interchange the mics, then I can put the second one, and we know we have a backup. This is what I used to do. This is what I used to use on the H1. So if someone is using it as a mic, I will just pop this on top, and it's going to help with the plosives. So it's more like I know we call it a windshield, but it will also help you with the as a pop filter, so you know your plosives. So I'll put this on here and use it as a mic. So what's happening is after doing this setup, then I will take the receiver, I will take it to the soundboard or the DJ. Then it has a 3.5mm jack. You'll probably have to get a 3.5mm jack to a big jack or to XLR. And after you put it onto the soundboard, then you know that you have a recording that is on here on the transmitter that is recording, and you also have this audio going to the sound guy out on the speakers. Then what you can do, you can use one of the zooms. I like to use this one, I already have it, but you can also use one of these ones as a backup. So you're going to get it out from the soundboard and put it onto your Zoom or any other recorder. So I like Zoom, it has nice controls. So I can either get it from the soundboard, or if the speakers are active, I can connect to one of the speakers. Just make sure that that speaker has a good quality sound. So that's the second way of using this. The third one that I have used it once, and probably next week I'll be using it. Probably I will be using it, but we will see when I get more details. So what I do is, if you have a small gathering, let's say you've been hired by someone who's actually, let's say he's marketing a product and he's having 10 people to about 20 people that he or she wants to demonstrate a product, and you are hired to take a video. What I have seen is that with video or with audio, when people can hear properly and they can hear clearly, it's easy for them to engage and not get bored. That means you're going to get good visuals. So what I do, I bring, this is a 6-inch speaker, so you can bring one or two of these. It has many inputs and it also has an output. So with this speaker, I will use the set as is, and I will take the receiver, put it onto that speaker, and I will be able to get an audio from there. Then those 10 to 20 people, especially indoors, they are going to hear loud and clear. I mean, this is a small speaker. You can have 2 of them, and then you sort it. And you have a loud, clear speaker. You have people who are engaging because they can hear clearly. Then you get your good visuals. And that speaker also has an output. So I can back up my recording via one of the Zooms. So that is that, guys. That is my new setup for this year. I mean, you can use this for various things, but for events, even smaller gatherings, this is the audio system that I use. And I do use also this for my YouTube videos. For now, I have a very long cable going to my camera. So guys, this is it. This is your boy Kagiso M. If you like this, please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. This is Kagiso M and I'm out of here. Peace be with you.